So with the Bledisloe Cup only just over a week away, the All Blacks have announced their travelling squad that is going to be heading to Australia for the first test, but we will jump straight into it. The hookers, unchanged from the rest of the Rugby Championship, Dane Coles, Samisoni Taukei'aho and Cody Taylor. So I would think more than likely Taukei'aho will get the nod to start, as he has been in some very impressive form throughout the rest of the Rugby Championship, a league above the other two hookers, so surely he finds himself in that starting lineup up against the Aussies. Now looking through at the props, it will be George Bower, Ethan de Groot, Nepo Laulala, Tyrell Lomax, Fletcher Null and Ofa Tu'ungafasi. So two men getting added in and two men getting taken out. The two added in, it is Ofa Tu'ungafasi and Nepo Laulala, both having injuries which did stop them from being able to travel to South Africa. Since then though, they've been playing provincial rugby, getting themselves back to match fit, and now they may get an opportunity in Australia. The two being taken out, it is Aidan Ross and also Angus Ta'avao. So they are the two who will be staying in New Zealand to join back up with their provincial sides and take part in the Bunnings NPC. Then looking through at the locks, it will be Scott Barrett, Brodie Retallick, Tupavai and Sam Whitelock. So only recently returning from his injury, Brodie Retallick did come off the bench in that second match up against the Pumas and did look pretty strong in the process, so I am glad to see that he is back. Patrick Tuipulotu still not with the side after the neck injury he did get during training in South Africa. Then also another player who is missing out, Josh Dixon. He has been with the squad for quite some time as injury cover, but they do not need him anymore, so he is joining back up with Otago in the Bunnings NPC. Now looking at loose forwards, quite a few changes here for the All Blacks. Sam Cane as the captain, Dalton Papali'i, Akira Ioane, Luke Jacobson and Hoskins Atutu. They are the five that they have got. So the player added in is Luke Jacobson. He has been playing very well throughout the Bunnings NPC. Also had a solid Super Rugby campaign for the Chiefs, so it is great to see him back in there. Now that is due to the injury that we have seen of Shannon Frizzell, and also the fact that Ardie Savea is not going to be with the squad for the first match up against Australia. He will be back for the second at Eden Park, but this first one he is going to be missing as he is expecting his third child. So a big congratulations to Ardie Savea, and I guess also a big congratulations to either Luke Jacobson or Hoskins Atutu, as they are actually going to get some game time in that number 8 jersey for the All Blacks. It's finally up for grabs. It's just a question of who is going to get that opportunity. Then looking through at the halfbacks, it is going to be the same three as they did have throughout New Zealand and South Africa. That is Finlay Christie, Folau Fakatava and Aaron Smith. So I'm curious to see the combination that they decide to go with. Aaron Smith has a pretty good record up against Australia. The other two youngsters haven't had a huge amount of opportunity for the All Blacks so far. Probably a little bit more for Finlay Christie than Folau Fakatava, as he's only had those couple caps. Then looking at the fly halves, it will be Beauden Barrett, Richie Mo'unga and Stephen Perofeta. Now I really hope Perofeta gets more than 40 seconds in the match if he is brought off the bench, as we do know how much class that guy has. And the worst thing would be if he doesn't get any game time. He could have had 2 matches for Taranaki in the Bunnings NPC, as they certainly know how valuable he can be with his kicking accuracy and also with his general play. Then looking at the centres, it is Braden Ennor, David Havili, Rico Ioane and Quinn Tupaia. So still no Jack Goodhue. He is out due to his injury, and also a player who isn't being taken to Australia. It is Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. Instead, will be taking part in the Bunnings NPC for Auckland, where he recently had his debut and was able to have a very solid game in the process as well. But he has been left out. I know a lot of people will be annoyed about that for Tuivasa-Sheck, but maybe he does get the opportunity when they do head to Auckland. But now looking at the outside backs, the last positions in the squad, it is going to be Geordie Barrett, Caleb Clark, Lester Faiana-Anuku, Will Jordan and Severi. So no changes there for the All Blacks compared to what they have had throughout the rest of the Rugby Championship. So that is the squad. Do let me know what you think of it, ladies and gentlemen. Is there anyone you would take out? Is there anyone you would add in? I know when we learned that there was going to be Shannon Frizzell and Tuipulotu both out with injury, the first name that came to my mind was Big Red Tom Robinson, but he is still yet to get that opportunity. Another player who would have possibly been in the running if it wasn't Luke Jacobson selected could have been Cullen Grace, a player a lot of people thought could have had the opportunity for the ABs. The only downfall to that now is he has got a broken collarbone, as he did pick that up in the NPC game for Canterbury. But nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all for the next one.